In this project, Connecting the Dots, we had 4 main activities. For conservation of sacred sites of the Maasai community, we made tree nurseries so that in the near future, we can combat drought by increasing the forest cover from the tree seedlings.
Here at Ngong Hills, we are implementing the project Connecting the Dots, that we are working with elders and young people to connect the dots of conservation of the sacred sites of the Maasai community, that is Ngong Hills. So while we are here, what we are doing is, with the partnership of Elaimer, the group of Maasai elders, we are making tree nurseries so that this can be a source of empowerment for them and livelihood, so that anyone who is coming to Ngong Hills to plant trees could buy seedlings from them. And similarly, that's how they are going to conserve the environment and even own the ownership of the place.
Why we are here today is we are preparing a nursery bed to grow some seedlings for preparation to plant them in the hills, to bring up our tree, our forest cover to another level.
NGALA yuko ameenda mahali huko museum. Najua hapo.
When you conserve the environment itself will reward you, and in that's the reason why you have to conserve the environment for it to sustain you for years to come.
As an organization, we are really happy because from here you can see from the youngest to the eldest in the community here around Ngong Hills that they have come together. They want to grow these seeds so that when they become seedlings, their elders can earn something from it, and at the same time, young people are learning from their elders the cultural ways of conservation. The reason as to why Ngong Hills is a sacred site to them, and the reason as to why, as young people, they need to step forward to conserve Ngong Hills.
Due to improper waste management by the tourists who always visit the sites, we constructed dustbins so as to preserve vegetations and prevent deadly diseases that might affect human beings and animals as a result of the waste product.
Today we are here on matters conservation because this is one of our pillars. I'm also an environmental policy student at the Center of Advanced Studies in Environmental Law and Policy at the University of Nairobi. So we are here today at the Ngong Hills, which is a tourist attraction but also a conservation site for the Ngong forest and its entire surroundings. However, because of the influx of tourists, both local and international, waste management has become a threat to the nearby community and even to the animals within this ecosystem, as well as the vegetation itself. Plastic bottles, for instance, sweet wrappers and papers that come along with the tourists who come to visit the beautiful sites end up scattered everywhere. So as Manene Cultural Trust, we are all about protecting indigenous knowledge, indigenous history, and also indigenous practices. Among the Ma community, conservation is one of their strong pillars. And so at Ngong Hills today, we are setting up the dustbins, as you can see in the background, to help with waste management and the preservation of the Ngong Hills, and as well as promoting the Maasai culture in terms of conservation.
We engage the community through a soap-making activity, hence this created a bond and peaceful coexistence among the individuals who participated in the project and felt a sense of belonging and ownership.
One of the major successes we have seen is that the partnership between the local community and Kenya Forest Service. When we started this project, the officers at Kenya Forest Service at Ngong have donated over 10,000 bags that now elders are using to start a tree nursery. And at the same time, they have been sharing a cordial relationship between them and the Kengen farm at Ngong Hills, because they even gave them a store where they kept the cement which we were using to construct dustbins. And at the same time, elders have been talking so well and good of them on how they are going to ask them to drill water, and they're looking forward that this project that Kengen is looking forward to take up is going to impact the community with clean drinking water.
Finally, we visited the Museum of Kenya, where elders were taught on the different species of trees that are found in Ngong Hills. However, they were also given red alert on the diminishing species of trees around Ngong Hills that need immediate attention.
Elders were invited at National Museums of Kenya during a report launch by the National Museums of Kenya, where they got to know the trees that are now rare, some that are on a red alert, that are getting wiped out of Ngong Hills. And as Manene Cultural Trust, we were so motivated by elders when we came back from this partnership with the National Museums of Kenya, because after that, then the elders took it upon themselves to go to the hills and look for the seedlings.